As we enter match number 16 over in Italy, can Juventus and Inter Milan get back to winning ways? After both teams dropped points this past weekend, we'll take a look at the latest rounds of predictions coming at ya next. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction video. This time we're taking a look at match day number 16 out in Italy, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash your subscribe button, keep you bang up to date with all things Serie A related, Blackburn Rovers related, world football related. We've got it all here under Warowski. That's right, boys and girls. And my oh my, it wasn't a week for the top two, boys and girls. They both slipped up. Inter Milan only could force a draw, and the champions suffered their first defeat. That's right. 2 games without a win now, Juventus, heading into match number 16. Can they bounce back this weekend up against Sampdoria? No, they're not. Tell a lie. Hang on a minute. What's going on? What's going on here? What's going on here? Let me back the truck up a second. No, they are up against Udinese. Let's get cracking, folks. Let's take a look at how I got on and both you guys got on in the prediction stakes. So here we go, kicking it all off. Just the criteria, just a reminder: 0 to 3, you're in the shit face gang; 4 to 6, you're in the straight face club; and 7+, you're in the top banana. And I tell you what, a lot of us did absolutely terrible this weekend, including me. So it was just a shitty weekend all around. So Inter Milan and Roma could only muster a draw. Big result there for Roma as they try to get back into the old Champions League spots. Actually, went with a 3-1 win for Inter Milan, so we got that one wrong. Atalanta did beat Hellas Verona 3-2. I went with a 2-0 win on that one, so not too shabby. Udinese and Napoli could only muster a 1-1 draw. Could this be Ancelotti's get out of jail card? Could he be on his way to Arsenal or something like that? Or even Everton, maybe, just maybe, because it's just going to fall into bits for Napoli. Down to 7th now, 6 games without a win. I actually thought it was a 2-1 win for Napoli on this one. Got this one wrong. But my oh my, the story of the weekend was Lazio 3-1 winners over Juventus. Big loss, that, the only loss for Juventus this season, but that puts Inter Milan 2 points clear at the top of the table. I actually went with a 2-1 win for Juve, got that one wrong. Lecce and Genoa battled to a 2-2 draw. I actually went with a 1-0 win for Genoa on that one, so got that one wrong as well. Sassuolo and Cagliari could only muster a 2-2 draw. I actually went with a 2-0 win for Cagliari as well. Shit show continues, that's right. SPAL lost to Brescia 1-0. I actually went with SPAL, believe it or not. Torino did beat Fiorentina though 2-1. I got that one pretty close to the money with a 2-0 win for Torino. Sampdoria lost at home to Parma. I actually went with Sampdoria. And right at the end then, I made up a little bit of something there with a 3-2 win for AC Milan over Bologna. Actually with a 2-1 win in the end. So I'm in the shit-faced gang, guys. Yep, but I'm not there on my own. I tell you what, there's a whole bunch of us in there. We all got it wrong. Not all of us. Cooper did all right for himself. Nathan Eva did all right for himself. Ultra Omimura, he's joining me in the shitface gang. The Italian Devil, he's in there. He's in there with us. Amaji Muddy, not too shabby. DNZ Canales in the shitface gang. Christian's in the shitface gang. We are QPR, not too shabby. Sammy Ido in the shitface gang. Yannick Bustler also joins us, as does Adio Petra. He's on his own in the good gang, and Cody Coe is also in the shitface gang. So all in all, a lot of us in the shitty. So if you got yourselves in the straight face club or more, give yourselves a round of applause, because you guys did wonders in a very, very unpredictable weekend out in Italy. So let's get going, folks, and take a little look at the table before we get going and have a little look at what the situation is over in Italy. It looks like this. Inter Milan lead the way, 2 points clear of Juve. In third spot is now Lazio. Cagliari up to 4th. Roma up to 5th. Atalanta 6th. And Napoli, surprised, are falling way out of the Europa League spots into 7th. 7 points adrift. They're absolutely looking like ass right now. Down the bottom, it's SPAL, Brescia, and Genoa going down if the season was to end today. So, let's get going. Take a look at the match day number 16 matches. That'll kick off on Saturday the 14th and also Sunday the 15th of December. We're going to kick it off with Brescia, who did pick up a victory last time out. They're on the move. They are on the move up against Lecce this weekend. So this is a very winnable game for Brescia heading into this. The last 6 between two sides have ended up as a two wins for Brescia, 2 draws, and 2 wins for Lecce. With this match last season, ended up as a 2-1 win for Brescia at home. Bookmakers odds, if I can get them, I'm a little bit ragged these days. It's been a rough old few weeks. But the bookmakers odds on this one, if I get to you, is evens for Brescia, 12-5 for Lecce, 27 to 10. The draw. A win for Brescia could see him rise to out the drop zone up to 17th, and a win for Lecce could see him rise from 15th all the way up to 11th in the table. I'm actually going to give it to Brescia. I think that win last time out will give them a bit of a springboard, and going back into another home match, you never know. I think Brescia could get themselves up and at them finally as we enter match day number 16. Next up, we have one of the worst form teams in the division, probably the worst form team in the division. It is Napoli. That's right. They're up to 7th in the table, or down to 7th in the table, 21 points on the board. They are up against Parma, who are one place beneath them. In fact, only goal difference separates the two sides heading into this. Parma's form is decent, just the one loss at the past 5 games. Napoli haven't picked up a win in 6. So it's looking a bit wobbly for Napoli at the moment. Like I said, Ancelotti could be on his way out. He's been at Napoli for a couple of seasons now. Maybe his time is done. The last 2 occasions that these two sides did meet, Napoli picked up victories. In fact, haven't conceded a goal against Napoli between them. Napoli have actually failed to win their last 7 matches in Serie A, not just 6. So a 7-game winless run for them. Bookmakers, do they still go with Napoli? Do they still believe 32 to 100? Yes, they do. 70 to 2 for Parma. 70 to 4 for the draw on this one. Napoli are the bookmakers' favourites. I'm giving it to them as well. I can't believe it, but they are so far off that pace to them at 21 points. Even a win would not see them budge. They are actually good country mile between themselves and Atalanta in 6th. Either way, no real major movement would happen between these two sides. They could drop further if they were to lose, and then teams beneath them would catch up. Anyway, next up we have Genoa up against Sampdoria, 2 teams that are struggling at the moment. Genoa in 18th spot, Sampdoria in 17th. Sampdoria actually 2 defeats on the spin for them. Genoa actually just the 1 defeat out of the past 4, so not too shabby, but there are draws. There's no wins in that collection. Heading into this though, the two sides have duked it out over the past 3 years. There's been 6 matches, 0 wins for Genoa, 2 draws, 4 wins for Sampdoria. This match last season ended up as a 1-1 draw. Could smell a bit of the same, if I'm honest with you. The last 6 over in Genoa it's actually pretty much in favour of Sampdoria as well. Just the 1 draw. 5 wins for Sampdoria. So it's going back to at least 2014 since Genoa's picked up a decent result against their opposition. Sampdoria heading into this losing 6 of the last 7 games. They've actually conceded at least 2 goals in the 6 of the last 7 games as well. Genoa's form book is not great as well. Bookmakers odds on this Saturday match. It will be 7 to 4 for Genoa, 31 to 20 for Sampdoria. 23 to 10 it is the draw. A win for Genoa could see them rise just above Sampdoria into 17th spot, and a win for Sampdoria could see them rise to 14th on goal difference. I'm giving it to Genoa. I do like Sampdoria. They are probably one of my Italian teams. I think they are my Italian team. If I have to pick and choose one, I do like Sampdoria because I'm a child of a child of the 90s, and Sampdoria were doing bits back then. So yeah, Sampdoria are going to lose this. What's his name's in charge? Ranieri, the nicest man in football, will lose this one. Into Sunday's matches, we have Verona up against Torino, duking it out on Sunday. Verona doing absolutely wonders for themselves back in Serie A this season, at 11th in the table. Heading into this, though, back-to-back defeats for them, up against a Turin side. Back-to-back wins for them, 9th in the table for them. A win for Torino could see them rise to 7th. A win for Verona could see them also rise to 7th. Depending on what goes on elsewhere, of course. Heading into this, the two sides have duked it out over the past 5 seasons. There's been 2 wins for Verona, 1 win for Torino, and 3 draws along the way. Torino's last victory was in Verona back in 2015. It was a 3-1 victory. Back in Serie A as well. Joseph Martinez with the goal. Fabio Quagliarella also from the penalty spot. Omar El Khaldouri as well, with Luca Toni, the forever Luca Toni, on the goal scoring sheet for Verona back in the day. Luca Toni, what a superstar. I'm Googling him up right now. He used to play for, was it Chievo back in the day? Was it Chievo? Might not be Chievo. I might be wrong. Oh, bloody hell. He's not, it wasn't. It was, when I recalled him, he was forever scoring goals. Verona was probably one of the main areas. Fiorentina scored bucket loads of goals. Palermo, Brescia, in the lower divisions with Treviso. Blooming legendary striker. Never played for Chievo, but he was a legendary striker. Luca Toni, back in the day. Bookmakers odds on this one. Verona up against Torino. We're going to go with 7-4. No, we're not. We're going to go 70-10 for Verona. 13-8 for Torino. 11-5 the draw. Very, very fine margins between the two sides. I like a bit of draw on this one. I can't really separate the two sides. The bookmakers go with that as well. It's kind of fine margins between both the home and the away team. So play it safe with the draw for me, with the 1-1 draw. No real major movement for them in the table as well. Next up, we have Bologna up against Atalanta. They're duking it out on Sunday. These two sides duking it out the past 3 seasons. 0 wins for Bologna, 6 wins for Atalanta, and they look to make it 7 on the spin this time out. Last season ended up as a 2-1 win for Atalanta. If you want to take a look at the last 6 over in Bologna, you're going to go back to 2015 for Bologna's last victory. It was a 3-0 back in the day. Heading into this, though, the bookmakers odds 27-10 for Bologna, 88-100 on for Atalanta, 29-10 the draw. Atalanta heading into this 6th in the table. Back-to-back wins for them. Bologna are on the slump, just the 1 win out of the past 6 heading into this, so not the greatest bit of form for Bologna. Going to go with Atalanta with an away win, just about does it. 2-1 over the line. They get themselves the massive 3 points. Next up, we have the big one. Juve trying to bounce back ability up against Udinese. Obviously, Juventus sits 2nd in the table, now 2 points adrift of Inter Milan. Must-win game for them to get back in control of the title. Up against Udinese side, who again, not really clicking into top gear. Just the 1 win out of the past 6 for Udinese. Heading into this last 6 games between two sides in all competitions and all venues. 5 wins for Juve, 1 draw. That draw was back in 2017 in Udinese. This time last season, when they did duke it out over in Juve, it was a 4-1 win, 4-1 demolition, with Moise Kean getting himself a couple, Emre Can from the penalty spot, and Blaise Matuidi also, with Kevin Lasagna scoring the only goal for Udinese. Cracking name. Bookmakers odds on this one, 24-100 on for Juve, 14-1 for Udinese, 9-2 the draw. Despite the blip, they should bounce back quite comfortably. 3-0 in the end. I'm going to give it to Juve to put the pressure on Internazionale, who take on Fiorentina. We'll talk about that in just a second. Next up, we have AC Milan up against Sassuolo. AC Milan are on the rise. 3 games without a defeat. 2 wins on the spin as well. Up against the Sassuolo side, who are in 14th spot without a win in 3. If you open up the odds a little bit, it's just 1 win in 6 for Sassuolo. If you want to take a look at AC Milan's odds over the last 6, it's actually 2 defeats in the last 6, so it's not bad form for AC Milan. They are looking good these days, on the rise. Coming to this 10th of the table, Sassuolo are 14th. A win for AC Milan could see them rise to 7th. A win for Sassuolo could see them rise to 11th. The last 6 between the two sides, 5 wins for AC Milan, 1 win, 1 draw between the two sides. This match last season ended with a 1-0 win for AC Milan. Heading into this, bookmakers odds 7-4 on for AC Milan, 92 the away win, 16-5 it is the draw. I'm liking AC Milan these days. They've seemed to be a little bit more refreshed and ready to go, and hopefully they can get back into the European contention as well. I'd love to see them back in Europe, especially in Champions League reckoning. But say let's go step by step for AC Milan. Next up we have Roma. That's right, who are also on the rise. They come into this 5th in the table with only 1 defeat at the past 6. Heading into this, they did draw last time out against Internazionale. They're up against SPAL this weekend, who come into this bottom of the pops. I think they're doomed. I think their stay in Serie A is over this season. It's just who's going to join them. Heading into this, the two sides, Roma with the potential to go into the Champions League spots above Cagliari if they were to win. SPAL, on the flip side, come into this looking for something. A win could get them out of the old drop zone and send maybe Sampdoria back into it. But heading into this last 4 occasions between two sides, I've ended up 2 wins for Roma, 2 wins for SPAL. This match last season ended up as a 2-0 victory for SPAL as well. You're going to go back to 2018 in SPAL for Roma's last victory. It was a 3-0 win back in April 2018. But Roma are actually undefeated in 22 of the last 24 matches in Serie A. SPAL have actually lost 7 of the last 8 away games, so it's not looking good for them away from home. Bookmakers odds on this one, 27-100 on for Roma, 92 the draw, 10-1 the away win. Gotta go with Roma. Gotta go with Roma these days. They look the part. They look the Champions League part. I think they're top 4 bound. I'm pretty sure of it. It's just a matter of, again, who's going to join them in there. Will flipping Cagliari hang tight? Will Atalanta get in there? Will Lazio hold on? But Roma look like they've got their shit together these days. Next up we have Fiorentina up against Inter Milan, the leaders. The last 6 between two sides, 1 win for Fiorentina, 2 draws, 3 wins for Inter Milan. And the last 6 this time last season season, or this match last season, ended up as a 3-3 draw. That's right, it took place in February this year. Goals from Mattias Vecino, Matteo Politano, and Ivan Perisic for Inter Milan. As for the goals from Fiorentina, Luis Muriel got one of the goals, Jordan Verdertut got the penalty, and Stefan de Vrij with a big fat OG. Inter Milan have actually won their last 7 away matches. They've actually scored at least 2 goals in their last 7 away matches as well. Fiorentina have actually lost their last 4 matches in Serie A total. So it's not great form for Fiorentina coming into this 13th in the table. But actually, if you open up the odds a little bit, just 1 win and 6 for them. Inter Milan look decent. They did draw last time out. Bookmakers odds, they're going to go with Inter Milan for sure, right? 12-5 for Fiorentina, 11-10 for Inter Milan, 5-2 the draw. Inter Milan look good. They look very good right now. 2-1 for them, and that will give them, that will make them still top of the pops heading into next week, which is a double match week next week. So I think it's the final match week before a little bit of a mini break over in Italy. Next up we have Cagliari, and finally we have Cagliari up against Lazio. Bookmakers odds on this one, 29-10 for Cagliari, 4-5 on for Lazio, 3-1 the draw. So despite being just above them, well, when I say just above them, 4 points adrift of Cagliari in 4th. Lazio are in 3rd, winning 6 games on the trot. They look unbeatable right now. They could be dark horses. They could be the Leicester City of Serie A. The last 6 between 2 sides has been 0 wins for Cagliari, 4 wins for Lazio, 2 draws along the way. This match last season ended up as a 2-1 win for Lazio. Lazio, what do you think on this one, guys? Get your predictions in the comment section down to Lazio have actually won their last 7 games. So it's not just a 6-game unbeaten run, it's a 7-game winning streak. And they've actually scored at least 2 goals in the last 10 matches as well. So expect at least a couple of goals. I'm going with a bit of a banana skin here with a 2-2 draw. Maybe a bit of a, because of it's taking place on Monday night, all eyes will be on it. And maybe a little bit of a slip up perhaps and open up the door for the likes of Roma or Cagliari to close in. Well, not Cagliari because they'll be playing them. But the chances for Roma and Atalanta to close in on potentially knocking them out of the Champions League spots. But anyway, that's what I think will happen this match week, which is match day number 16. Get your predictions in nice and early down the bottom so we can take a little look at them next weekend, double match day next week. And if so, that my results were coming in like this, this is what the table would look like as we head into match day number 17. Inter Milan will lead the way, 2 points adrift of Juve in 2nd spot. Lazio would be in 3rd despite drawing, and AS Roma or AC Roma, depending on where you're from, in 4th spot. Atalanta 5th, Cagliari down to 6th now, Napoli up to 7th, still a 7th. Down the bottom will be SPAL, Sampdoria and Brescia going down to Serie B if the season was to end after this weekend, but it won't, so don't worry, you still got a chance to make amends. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure you smash that thumbs up, give it some of these boys, let's get up there. I don't know how many we average, but let's just try and let's beat it. Let's beat last time's thumbs up record. I don't know what it is, but anyway, make sure you smash it. Make sure you smash subscribe if you are new, because I do predict a lot of divisions. I do the Serie A, La Liga, Bundesliga, Premier League, and the Championship, of course, and we'll maybe do some more stuff as well in the future. Euro 2020 is just around the corner as well, so we look forward to doing that. But yeah, next week, double match week, so plenty of predictions coming at you, Italiano style, so make sure you get your pricks in nice and early. Until I see you all again, will Inter Milan still be leading the way, or will Juve get the control back of the division? We'll find out all those answers early next week. Until then, I'm out. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.